Hello guys. In February 2026, I got my first off-campus interview call for AI scientist role at a product AI startup, and I cleared it. And in this video, I'm going to talk about this journey only, and that I want to talk about what happened 3 months before that interview call, because those 3 months nobody talks about them. And I think if you are somewhere in your AI preparation right now and feeling uncertain and feeling stuck, this is going to matter to you. Let me take you back to placement season at IIT Kharagpur, where I am pursuing my MTech in AI. And in that period, companies were coming every day, hundreds of opportunities, software roles, analyst roles, product roles, all kinds of offers on the table. But I applied to almost none of them because not because I thought those roles were beneath me or something like that, and not because I was overconfident, but initially only, even when I started my MTech, I had made a decision very early that I will only apply for core AI ML roles, nothing else. Actually, that was the only aim behind pursuing the masters. So that was my bar, and I had decided to protect that. Now, this felt a little isolating at that time, okay, because when you see your peers getting offers in placement season, you see the excitement around you, and you are sitting there thinking that, am I making the right call here? But somewhere inside, I knew that this is the direction I want, and I was not willing to blur that, even when it would have been very easy to just say yes to any offer and just move on. But I was not ready for that. Now, so during the placement, I got three interviews, and all were core AI ML roles, exactly what I wanted. But I could not clear them because of multiple reasons in the interview. So I will talk about them in another video. So now most people in this situation would say that, okay, maybe lower the bar a little and take something else. Okay, take something adjacent. Okay, you keep, and I can always switch later, right? But I did not do that. On fourth or fifth day of placements, I looked at what was left at that time in the roles, the requirements, the kind of work, and it was not matching what I was looking for. So I made a decision that I stopped applying. I stopped applying to at least other roles basically, and I stepped out of campus placements unofficially. Okay, so on day fourth or fifth, and I started preparing for off campus placements. Now, here is where I want to be honest with you, because if I just say that I waited, stayed positive, and it worked out, that would be incomplete and honestly a little unfair to you as well. So let me tell you that what I actually did in those 2.5 to 3 months after the placement season, or basically after the fifth day of placement season. So first of all, I built projects, and not toy projects. Though I had already been basically building the industrial grade projects, I just tried to build more advanced projects, or you can say, so the projects which actually mirror what companies are building in production. Okay, and things that I could defend in an interview line by line and decision by decision. And I have always been updated with the industrial, basically trend, AI industry trends always. So I stayed updated, and specifically with what the market was asking for, what skills were companies actually hiring for. Okay, and that's what I always advise all of you guys, that be updated with the market trends in AI. Okay, and then on top of that, I kept building this YouTube channel as well, like reading, learning every single day. So I had a lot of things to do after placement season as well, so there was no time to get panicked or basically get anxious. I was a little bit, because I could not get placed initially, but then I just kept myself busy in those things. Now here is something I want you to understand about off campus. Off campus is genuinely 10 times tougher, or is considered 10 times tougher than on campus. So I'm not just saying it like very lightly. On campus, the company comes to you, your college filters for them, your resume gets seen because of where you study, right? But in off campus, your resume is one of thousands sitting in an HR mailbox. Your college tag matters much less. What matters is what you can actually do. Your skills go first, your projects go first, your depth goes first, and of course, you are competing with thousands of applications. Okay, so that is the brutal truth, and I knew it going in. But here is the thing, I also knew this. If I just focus on what companies actually need, and build it honestly, it will work. So that conviction, that non-negotiable belief is what made those 2.5 to 3 months productive instead of paralyzing. I was not waiting, I was preparing for an interview I did not even have yet. Then after 2 months, approximately in Feb, I got an interview call, product AI startup, AI scientist role, exactly what I had been working towards. It was my first off-campus interview, and I cleared it with all my requirements met. And I'm not saying this to make it sound easy or cinematic. Those 2.5 months were real, the uncertainty was real, but the work was also real. And when the right opportunity came, I was ready for it. So if I take everything from this and give you three things, just three, here is what I would say. So the first learning is that set your bar and protect it, not out of ego, out of clarity. Know what you want and don't let the noise around you blur that. I always tell all my followers that always check what role you want and then target that. It is very easy to say yes to something comfortable when you are uncertain. But if you have a clear direction, trust it, even when it is uncomfortable. Second thing is stay productive always, not just patient. Now, see, waiting is not a strategy. Okay, preparing is a strategy, building is a strategy. The gap period, whether it is 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, that is not wasted time. It is the time where the distance between you and other candidates who are applying either grows or shrinks. That entirely depends on what you do with it, right? So that depends on you basically. Okay. Third one is your first clean attempt can clear. So you don't need 10 tries. Okay. You don't need to fail 50 interviews to get one. So sometimes you need to be genuinely ready when the right opportunity comes. And if you have been working honestly, you might surprise yourself with how quickly it happens. Okay, so always try or always prepare like that is your final shot. Okay, so now in the next video, I'm going to go much deeper in my interview experience. I will walk you through exactly what they asked me in that interview, round by round, RAG, LLM inference, DSA, the actual questions, and how I approach them. If you are preparing for an AI scientist or AI engineer role or ML engineer role right now, that video is going to be directly useful for you. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss that. And if this video resonated with you, share it with one person who is in that preparation phase right now. They probably need to hear this more than you do. So let us meet in the next video.